Good morning. Great morning. Wonderful morning. Spectacular morning. Outstanding morning. Magnificent morning. Yes. Again, as with every beginning of every one of these calls, the reminder that you get to choose what things mean. Remember, everything is fundamentally meaningless. Everything just is. Nothing is good or bad. It's our thinking that makes it so. It's your thinking that determines your reality, not what's happening, not what's being said, not what's been done, not your past. It's the meanings that you're giving to everything that just is, of which everything is just is. I love that statement from Tony Robbins. Your reality has nothing to do with the facts. It has to do with the meanings that you give those facts. And guess who's in control of those meanings in your life? Go like this. Point yourself. Yeah, me. Oh, some of you use two fingers. Yes. You want it to be a big situation, then give it a big meaning. You want to make it small, make it look small. You could do that with money, you know. You want to earn $1 million? Make a million look small. I remember when Peggy McCall shared that when she was talking about it with Bob Proctor. Actually, Bob Proctor's the one who said it. He goes, well, why don't you make a million look small? And I go, oh my gosh, came up with a book, Make a Million Look Small. You know, you can do that. Go to your calculator and then type in $1 million and divide that by 365 days. And then divide it, whatever that number is, by 24 hours. Look at the number you get. And then you divide that number by 60, and you'll see, oh my God, it's not that much. It's really not that much. And you can actually, you can look at just the houses in your neighborhood, right? A lot of people think $1 million is a lot. Is it? Okay, the houses over here, what they go for an average, what, 1.2 million, 1.3 million. There's a lot of them all around. In one neighborhood, there's a whole bunch of them. And when you look at, oh my gosh, there's a lot of them everywhere. It's really small when you look at the whole thing. The whole point is you know, the perspective that you have, your perception about that, that's what's going to determine the feeling you have. And if you look at it as something as enormous, oh my gosh, how am I going to do that? Oh my gosh, it's going to affect how you feel. And that feeling is the attractive force in your life, whatever it is. Pretty cool, huh? All right, so what have we been doing here? Well, we've been diving into this, the Master Key System. There's another really cool book, which is going to be published too as well. It's tied to this. It's so good. I can tell you what it is. Dolly and I will tell you about it later. It's really, really good. Also by Charles Hannell. But anyways, we've been diving into this book. Now, if you don't have a copy of this, make sure that you get this. And more importantly than getting it and reading it is to use it. The only way that the information in this book will serve you is if it's applied in your life practically. Always remember that information is not power. Knowledge is not power. And that's the big problem. Why? Because we've been conditioned to think and believe that knowledge is power. How many times have you heard that at school? Knowledge is power. Bullshit. It's not true. Knowledge is not power. It's only potential power. And when it's used, applied, practiced, see, that's when it has power. For instance, you can have this wonderful knowledge of imagining great things. Oh, yes, I know. I've got to imagine great things. Yeah, well, are you doing it? See, once you do start imagining great things and you practice imagining great things, what starts to happen? You're emotionally involved with great things, and therefore, great things come to you. See, it's all in how you're thinking. And that's what we've been diving into here. So make sure you have a copy of this. And another beautiful companion has to do with Crazy Awesome Stick Person, which helps you to organize your thoughts so you know where to move things. And that's all tied into the beautiful book, The Subconscious Code. If you don't have a copy of this, make sure you get it. It's beautiful. It's awesome when you work with it. All right, so one more thing. Make sure you have your gold card with you. Yes, all of you wave it like this. Wave it. Wave it. It's important. At least it should be important. And if it's not important, make it important. If you just look at this as, oh my gosh, this is just a piece of paper that I wrote down and put into a sleeve, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Ugh, forget it. It's not going to happen. You got to fall in love with the idea. So, we could do this. Put it in your heart like this. Yes. This is important to me. If you'll lock into it, become magnificently obsessed with this idea, whatever it is for you, it'll start taking shape. It'll start to appear as what Neville Goddard shares. All the plots, plans, dramas, situations will unfold right before your eyes. And if you're observant, you will see it all taking shape upon the model of this image. That's how everything in the room you're in was made. There's evidence everywhere. There's so much proof of what's being shared with here right now. If you just keep your mind open and look, you will see it everywhere. You will see God everywhere. You'll see the universe everywhere. You'll see that it's in you. And then that's when you'll feel like Neo at the end of the Matrix, walking around, boo, boo, nothing touches you. Yes, that was a documentary, 100%. All right, so let's dive into this, shall we? Let's go into the book and nourish our minds, shall we? Here we go. Now, we talked about this yesterday, but we're going to talk about it again. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go a little bit earlier to a statement, and the page that we're referencing is page 199. Wow, we're moving through this so fast. Some people say it's not fast. Oh, yes, it is. We're moving through it fast. What things soever ye desire when ye pray, believe that ye receive them, and ye shall have them. It's a principle. Hold this. When you're looking at this, is this something that you are activating with this way of thinking? This desire of yours? And the way you'll know it's a desire is how you feel about it. Okay. It's like, oh, yes, I got this. When you pray, in other words, when you are moving about your life, is it something that's in you? Because that's really what the prayer is. Prayer is what happens in between the prayers. Okay. Believe that ye receive them. Believe that it's done, not that it's going to be. Remember, I will be is a confession that I am not. You've got to believe that you receive them, that you already have them, that it's the done deal. And then what will happen? And then ye shall have them. It'll become something in your outer world.